Okay, intermediate algebra, just wanted to add a small section of review to what you had. And we're just going to do some factoring problems. So I'm going to do half of them with you, and then you'll do the other half on your own. You can just staple this to the sheet that you had yesterday. So one method of factoring that should be review is factoring by using the greatest common factor method. And what divides evenly into both 2x squared and 8x? 2x divides in evenly. So as I factor it out, 2x times what is 2x squared? 2x times x is 2x squared. And 2x times what is 8x? 2x times 4 is 8x. And so that's factored. For the next one, 7x and 14, 7 divides evenly into both. 7 times what is 7x? 7 times x. 7 times what is 14? 7 times 2. So again, that's a greatest common factor factoring method. You can see in the next one that 8, 24, and 20, they're all divisible by 4. So I can factor out a 4. And then you can also see that each one has an x. So I can take out an x as well. And 4x times what is 8x to the 5th? That would be a 2x to the 4th. 4x times what is 24x cubed? Be a 6x squared. And then 4x times what is 20x? That would be a plus 5. So you can see that all these problems, D, E, and F, will all be where you take out a greatest common factor. This is going to be helpful as you take your next math classes to review this a little bit. This is the easiest one. Factor the difference of two squares. The difference of two squares factors to what we call two binomials. What times what is x squared? We have x times x is x squared. And then what do you multiply? Get -1, multiply -1 and +1. And that is done. It is factored. The next one, letter B, again, x times x is x squared. And then what do you multiply to get -9? -3 and +3. Notice that they are perfect squares. You have the same number multiplied by itself, and it's a plus and a minus. So the next one, we have x and x, and it's a -9 and a +9. So those are nice and easy. These will be greatest common, factoring by difference of two squares as well. And the last one, factoring by using trinomials. Lots of times trinomials factor to two binomials. And we do, what do you multiply by itself to get x squared? We have x and x. And then you need the number that multiplies to -15 but adds to +2. So as I think about those numbers, I could have 1 and -15. I could have -1 and +15. I could have -5 and +3. Or I could have -3 and +5. So which one adds to +2? It would be a -3 and a +5. And just to be clear, if you wrote x plus 5 times x minus 3, that would be the same thing as well, just as long as the 3 is negative and the 5 is positive. The next one, again, I factored to x times x. And then what multiplies to +5? Well, 5 and 1, and it has to add to 6. And notice that 5 plus 1 is 6. So that one works out pretty nice. The next one, again, I have x times x, and multiplies to +12. So I could have 1 and 12, I could have 2 and 6, I could have 3 and 4, but they have to add to -7. Well, it looks like if it adds to -7, my choice would be -1 and -12, or -2 and -6, or -3 and -4. Because notice that a negative times a negative is a positive as well. So that will get, both sets will give us +12. So as you can see here, what adds to the -7 is going to be the -3 and -4. And so these will factor, just like basic trinomials. So did half the problems with you. Now you can do the other half on your own and try them and just staple it to that sheet, and you can give that to Mr. Pagel on Monday. Thanks so much. Good luck.